Yo, what is going on, guys? We have a lot of banners coming up that are probably very sought after. And my name is Gib, and I want to inform you on who you should pull from on the selection of banners when do we know we have a very stacked lineup coming up. But first, we're going to talk about Rappa here, but I'm also going to be talking about Sunday and the new 5-star Tingyun. Also, there is potential a 5-star Herda coming soon, but that is probably not anywhere soon to be. As in the live stream, they showed a new sim universe that looks pretty similar to 5-star Herda. It's got like all of her, little accessories and all that. And the main event is pretty much helping Herda. So I'm assuming it was like a little silhouette of what 5-star Herda could be. So she could also be coming soon as well. Also, I streamed, reacting to this live stream. So if you ever want to watch Twitch streams, HSR, Wuwa, Zenless, all that junk, Genshin, I play all those. So tune into your boy twitch.tv/game. But let's get right into it, starting with Rappa. Now, Rappa is the only new 5-star of 2.6. And she is an imaginary erudition character that follows Super Break as her method of dealing damage to enemies. So, to be honest, there's not much to really talk about with her. I would love to, stall out a full conversation on her. But, in terms of her kit and how she plays and everything, she's literally another Super Break character. She's like Firefly, except she targets more characters. How broken is she going to be in the meta? She's going to be very good. She seems to be more of a pure fiction character in terms of her actual playstyle, but since she is Super Break, she'll probably be better in MOC as well. Compared to like other erudition characters that are in in the MOC. Erudition is kind of dead in MOC right now, besides you get some Fire Week with Himiko. But yeah, Rappa, she's a pretty simple character. Her technique, by the way, does look really cool though. She has this cool skateboarding thing that I was showing earlier. To go a little bit more in depth though on Rappa and what her kit does, so pretty much her basic attack does not do anything unless you were inside of her ult, but we'll talk about that in a second here. Her skill just does damage to all enemies, also is not doing much without her ultimate. Now, her ultimate is her main source of damage. When she goes into her ultimate, she gets 3 of these Ningu Demon Bane things, or whatever they called them. And she goes into this cool mode, She also has a fire ult animation. Her ult animation is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Skiing down the building and everything like that. And when she goes into her ult, she has these 3 enhanced basic attacks that get increased toughness efficiency or weakness break efficiency, which is pretty cool. And her first 2 hits will be only blast, so hitting the main target and then 2 adjacent targets on the side. And then her last hit will always hit all of the enemies on field. And when she's inside of this form, it doesn't recover any skill points, but it also does not use any as well. Also, on top of all of this, as usual, her ultimate ignores weakness, That's kind of the standard, I would assume, for most characters that go into the break category for the future now. I mean, if they were playing, off weak element, they would just be kind of useless, so kind of makes sense they have to ignore weakness. She also has this thing called a ninja tech, which is her talent, and when the enemies are broken, she charges up these stacks, and when she gets to max stacks, she's able to do an enhanced damage onto all of the enemies, a little extra damage. Now, should you pull for Rappa? I'm not gonna lie, Rappa is a very skippable character. I'm personally going to be going for her. I like her design. Gameplay seems to be cool, but if you have Firefly or you just don't care about break or anything like that, she seems to be more of a pure fiction dominator for Super Break compared to Firefly, because Firefly is kind of trash in pure fiction without any break buffs or anything like that. I feel like a lot of people know that, or if you're not playing like Himiko. So I would say she's a very skippable character, even if you don't have break stuff and you just don't care about break or anything like that. If you don't really care about the character, don't care about the design or anything like that, she's an easy skippable character. I don't think she's going to be the next insane thing of the world. We do have Firefly in the game. If anything, she's probably just going to be in the same tier as Firefly or right below. She doesn't apply her own weakness, which is the only thing, which will probably make Firefly, a little bit better. Firefly will definitely be better in MOC, as she's erudition character versus Firefly's Destruction. Destruction is broken for, who knows what reasons. And obviously, there's future characters coming out. All right, now running with Rappa is going to be D-Hill, the Daniel Hang Imbibitor Lunae 5-star variant. I'm not gonna lie, D-Hill, he is another skip character. You know, you like D-Hill, you know, obviously you could pick him up, you know, don't listen to me. But D-Hill, in terms of meta value, obviously he has fallen down in the rankings. He is still a very solid DPS, don't get me wrong. I don't think D-Hill is bad or anything. Obviously, he does not match up to something like Acheron, Fei Zhao, Firefly, or anything like that, as you know. It just is what it is. Him and Jingliu have fallen from their throne that they were previously at, but he is a solid character, but definitely not needed for anyone. And D-Hill, for most people, they want a sparkle to go with him. So if you don't have that, I mean, that's another thing you're missing. But, you know, maybe you're someone already has D-Hill and you're picking up like his light cone or something, you know, that is something you could do. But overall, he is definitely going to be a skip for most people and my recommendation. All right, now after Rappa and D-Hill is going to be Acheron and Aventurine on the second half. Now, these are two very solid characters still. Acheron is still one of the best DPS in the game. And then we have Aventurine, who is also one of the best sustains in the game. But how do you choose between these when there is such a juicy potential coming out in the future here? Now, one thing I want to say, starting with Acheron. Acheron is still a very solid DPS. I think she's worth picking up if you don't have her. But if you already have, you know, 2 DPS that help you clear everything, you're gonna, you know, you might not believe this, but you don't need to pull Acheron. All right, now what should be your reasons for pulling Acheron current day if you do not have her? Or maybe get some Eidolons for some vertical investment here. Now, E2 Acheron does make it so you can play, you know, without a second agility unit, so you can put like another harmony unit there or everything. But honestly, in my opinion, that's super overkill. I think the best thing you can pick up for Acheron is like getting her light cone, you know, if you don't have it already and stuff like that. But, you know, if you're doing that, you know, she will delete the game more than she already does as the Emanator and Agility, you know. But like I was saying, she has a disgusting damage output. Acheron can only get better from where she's at. Acheron, when she came out, technically didn't really have any dedicated supports. You know, she had Pella and stuff, she had Kafka Swan, but she was pretty much just Acheron. She's still kind of, to this day, is kind of just in her own Acheron boat. She does now have, you know, Sylph Wolf Jiao Cho combo or like Black Swan Jiao Cho combo. So as you can see, she just keeps improving, and she's probably going to get even better when we have something like a new Nihility unit coming out that we don't know what they're going to do. I'm hoping Tingyun is going to be Dot, but I'll discuss her a little bit later. As I was saying, Acheron, she has her insane technique that, you know, just deletes enemies out of the open world for farming and stuff like that, which is very nice to do, you know. She doesn't need to use her Harmony units because she needs Nihility units, and also, you know, Acheron, she's just kind of the GOAT. That's about it. Now, why would you not want to pull Acheron? I don't know, you just don't need an extra DPS, you know? Maybe you don't think she looks good, which I'm going to have to say is a bad take, but, you know, each to their own. I think she's very beautiful to me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, she does need to be paired with Nihility units. I don't really see that as a con, though. You know, some people may see it if they don't want to play any Nihility units for whatever reason, you know? She does need to be max invested, but that is what every DPS needs to do, you know? Why you're not investing in your DPS, you know? Get them traces up. I've been logging into some people's account for my viewers. They be having level 6 traces, level 7 traces. What are you doing, bro? Come on now. And lastly, you just don't want Acheron, you know? I guess you don't want Acheron? That's perfectly fine, you know? You don't have to pick up Acheron. Maybe you got Fei Zhao or something, you're chilling. You already have your 2 DPSs clearing everything in the game. You know, Firefly something, you know, Fei Zhao something, you know, you're a D-Hill guy. You know, maybe you're high invested in Dot, Kafka Swan, you know, maybe you're doing, who knows? But everyone does not need to pull Acheron, but I would definitely recommend pulling for her because she is still the GOAT to this day, and she will only get better. Besides that, going on to Aventurine. Aventurine, he is one of the best DPS in the game. For follow-up, he's your go-to guy. He is the best. You know, he also is just very good at sustaining, you know, multiple types of teams. You know, you can pretty much just put Aventurine in any team. He's sustaining it. Now, do you need Aventurine, though? My honest recommendation for picking up Aventurine would be if you still don't have 2 premium sustains. Someone like me, I've been running Locha and Fujuan since the start of the game. I've been, you know, everything fine. You know, if you're a new player, you don't have any sustains. Getting a sustain is very important. It's more important than getting a DPS, honestly. After you have, you know, one limited sustain, sustain, you know, then down the line, you could think about picking up a second limited sustain, and then you have those 2 limited sustains, and now other sustains, they just don't seem that crazy anymore because they could do X, Y, and Z for your team, but at the end of the day, the sustain's job is just to keep your team alive, so you don't really need to pick them up when sometimes you want that new shiny DPS, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of yapping here, but pretty much my point is, Aventurine, I would only pick him up if you don't have 1 to 2 premium sustains already. Realistically 2, if you don't have 2 already, I would, you know, recommend picking him up. Or if you just want the, you know, full premium version of like your follow-up team or something like that, he is also good to pick up there. But otherwise, I would definitely just skip him, you know? You don't need Aventurine if you got, you know, say you're running like a Ho-Ho, you got Lingsha, I don't know, you have Fujuan and Lingsha, or like, you maybe already have Aventurine at that too, you know, his light cone, very luxury pickup for like whales, pretty much. You don't really need his light cone either. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Aventurine, and yeah. All right, and lastly, before discussing Sunday and Tingyun here, if you're enjoying this video and you got any, you know, benefit out of it or something like that, I would really appreciate a sub, you know, comment your thoughts, you know, what do you thought about that? And, you know, drop that like on the video. Appreciate that as well. You know, hopefully this, you know, gave you some insight on the banners and stuff like that. Or maybe my insight is terrible and you know, hate it. Comment about that as well, you know. Oh my God, your opinion about D-Hill? No! Acheron, she's terrible. Oh my God. Aventurine, he's a must pull. You can't skip him. Rappa, I love Rappa. We need Rappa immediately. Everyone needs to pull Rappa. I don't know. You know, comment something about that. I don't know. But Sunday and fugue or fuga. Any knowers? Any knowers? Yoik Tenkai. Fakuma Musashi. You gotta read that one. And fuga, I don't know. Fuga, you know, fuga. Yoik Tenkai, Fakuma Musashi. Any knowers? Any knowers? If you know, you know. You don't know, you don't know. Anyways, so we have Sunday here, who is going to be our newest Harmony in 2.7, and then we have Tingus. Tingyun is back, baby. She's rezzed, full res, 5-star version, fire nihility. That's gotta be a dot buffer, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's at least what I'm thinking. Now, we have Sunday here. I think Sunday, honestly, he's probably gonna be a must-pull character. Let's be honest. Robin, she's insane. If Sunday is coming out after Robin, you know how HSR goes with, you know, characters coming out, you know, power creep, stuff like that. And it's right before 3.0. They're probably going to throw something crazy at you right before we get some other characters in 3.0, you know. But Sunday, there's a lot of things he could do. With the current relics we have in the game, we're actually getting a new relic system as well that is targeted buffing, which is interesting. I think they did not show what the relics are, so if you want to go look that up on your own time, you know. But we are getting a new relic set that is based on a specific targeting of a buff. So Sunday could be like an insane hyper carry support in terms of like he gives one character like insane juice that we've never seen before, or it could be full team juice and then maybe he also has a single target juice as well. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff he could do. He could also be another DPS Harmony, as our first variant of seeing that was with Robin, where she's able to dish out you know, a very noticeable amount of damage when she's in her ult while also buffing all your allies as well, which is crazy. There's a lot of stuff he could do. And there's also, we still don't have anyone that is dedicated to Dot. So what if he also helps out Dot as well? Now, there's obviously Tingyun, who she's got to be Dot, right? She's got to be Dot. There's no way Tingyun is not Dot buffer. If she isn't, I don't know what she could be. Maybe she's insane debuffer. She just shreds 10 trillion% of the enemy's defense or something. Or like, we haven't worked with slows and stuff like that, you know. Welt's like our only slowing character in the game, or maybe action delay, stuff like that. We don't have a lot of people we don't have anyone that really like delays action or anything except Ron May with her ultimate. So there's a lot of stuff both of these characters can do, and they're probably most likely both going to be very insane pickups to get for people's account. Sunday's probably going to be the one that is going to be more universal for people's account, as he's a Harmony unit, while Tingyun, she may not be as versatile, but we don't know, you know. I don't know what she does. I literally have no idea what she could do, I'm hoping she's Dot though. Maybe she can make Dot's crit. Maybe she can make Dots blow up more like Kafka or something. Maybe she has some sort of arcana system like Black Swan mixed with other dots we've seen in the game. There's a lot of stuff they could do with Fugue here. So yeah, I don't think there's ever a world where I keep calling her Fugue, by the way. Like, I think I'm just going to keep calling her Tingyun, right? Like, you guys are with me on that, right? There's no shot we're all calling her Fugue. I can't see that in my head, calling her Fugue, but maybe eventually it'll get it locked in. I don't know. I feel like I'll just call her Tingyun. Also, what could be crazy is if she is like her own unit, she's not fully supportive, you could literally have a Tingyun team. I'm assuming while she's in Nihility, she's probably going to be an attack scaler, right? Unless she's like our first like HP Nihility scaler or something like that, or like defense. But she's probably going to be attack, knowing Nihility. Everyone in Nihility right now is attack, so I'm assuming she's going to be attack. She could also work with Acheron, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff she could do. I'm very interested in what she's going to do. Very interested, for sure. And then last thoughts on Sunday, I just know he's going to be broken. I mean, look at this guy. Look at majestic, bro. Bro's aiming up at the heavens. He's about to send like 10 million crit damage to your whole team, you know? I mean, that's just what he is. That's how he moved. That's how he should move, you know what I'm saying? He's just like that. Also, these artworks go so hard, by the way. Now, one thing I will talk about for Tingyun, I swear they just like barely changed her. Like, this is literally like a skin. This is like an outfit. They just pretty much added onto her. Now, I already like Tingyun, so I'm biased, but in terms of like getting a new character, like D-Hill, I feel like D-Hill got way more new drip as a new character compared to like Tingyun. Even Sunday got more drip as a new character. Like, he's got his new outfit, he's got these thorns and everything going on. He has the like little angel things or whatever from the weekly boss. I feel like he's got some new stuff on his drip, you know, new outfit, stuff like that, new boots and stuff like that. But then Tingyun's just kind of like new outfit, you know? You know, she still got the thighs, you know? Maybe she changed up her like slippers or something like that, I don't know. But I don't think the outfit looks bad. I think the Nine Tails is cool. I also just like Tingyun. You know, Tingyun's a baddie to me, so I mean, I'll be there. My Tingyun's maxed out, you know what I'm saying? A guy like me got Tingyun maxed out, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where is my Tingyun? I'm talking about Tingyun, she's not even at the top. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you know, a guy like me got a nice little Tingyun build going. Dude, imagine the Tingyun and Tingyun teams, though. I feel like that's gonna be a thing. Like, you're probably gonna be able to play them together, which is pretty cool, honestly. But, yeah, I mean, we'll have to see, you know? I wonder if she has Acheron synergy. As a Nihility, she's got to have Acheron synergy, right? Every Nihility we have in the game right now works with Acheron, like, unironically. Except for, like, Sampo. But, like, he's an outlier. No one plays Sampo, bro. He's a rat. You know what I'm saying? You could play Luca with Acheron. You could play, you know, Kafka. You could play Swan. You could play all that. Pella, you know? All of those play with Acheron. So, I'm assuming she's going to be able to play with Acheron. But, yeah. Let me know what you guys' thoughts. I just kind of yapped like crazy at the end here. So, you know, hopefully you got your insight from the beginning of the video here and enjoyed that. But as usual, you know, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, sub, all that. Twitch, I stream on Twitch, you know, twitch.tv/game. And leave a comment of your thoughts. Goodbye.